And welcome to a quick tutorial on how to add your own custom domain to OneClip. So what this is going to change is this part here. So when you're on a video page, when a prospect lands on this page that you've sent them, it's going to say OneClip.video by default. Now, obviously, your company is not going to be called OneClip. It's going to have your Calendly link here or a button to your website down here if you choose that option instead. So you might not want it saying OneClip.video. You might not want them to know the secret source that you're using to send that video, which is absolutely fine. So to brand it up, make it completely your own, you can head over to account settings. And if you're on the free plan, this will be $25 a month, and you can set it up on the billing tab just here. If you have any paid plan whatsoever, just hit setup or come to the general tab. And it's this bottom right corner here. When you go to add a custom domain, you're going to get to choose a subdomain. So what a subdomain is like here it says app.oneclip.ai. You can choose maybe you want video.yourdomain.com to host the videos on. Obviously, you don't want yourdomain.com because that's your website and you don't want to replace your website. So what we're going to do is head over to account settings, click add. My domain is danreeves.me, like that. I want to host all my videos on video.danreeves.me. And to do that, what we need to do is go ahead and copy this IP address here. It's actually very, very simple. It looks complicated, but I promise it's only a couple of steps. And then you want to head over to wherever you bought the domain from. So where you bought the domain from, it's going to look, maybe completely different to this, but they will all have the same sections on their website. And, if you can't find it, drop us an email or drop them an email, your domain provider, and they'll be able to show you. I'm going to click on the domain that I own, and every single domain provider will have a section called DNS or advanced DNS. Whatever that is, you need to find where you can create records. So in this instance, I'm going to head over to DNS. And as you can see, I've got all my records here. You might have some, you might have none. That's no problem. We're just going to add one. So if you click add record, and you're going to want to add an A record for this. And what this is going to do is it's going to point your domain towards OneClip and say, hey, yeah, we give you permission to use this. Now, the host name is going to be whatever you want the bit before your domain to be. So I've chosen video.danreeves.me. If you go over here and you type in video and you paste that IP address, which is given to you right here, that is it. You can leave TTL exactly as default. And here you can see the domain that it will become. So if I wanted it to be vid.danreeves.me, you can see it would just be vid in the host name. In this case, we're going to do this, and we're going to hit save. And we're going to do the same here. So we're going to hit save. Now, it may take a few hours to be verified. So as you can see here, it says not verified. This completely depends on your domain provider and how long they take to update things. But I tried this just a minute ago, and it went through within 5 minutes. So if I just give it a quick refresh, let's see what happens. There we go. It's actually already verified. So in this case, it's just a couple minutes. Depending on your domain provider, it may take 30 minutes, it may not. Just drop us a message if it takes any longer than 24 hours, because that might mean there's a problem, and we're more than happy to have a look into that. But now when you go to create campaigns, you will now have the option to host them on video.danreeves.me. So I'm going to create an example and show you how that might look. All right, so once you've created your video and you're ready to send your campaign, obviously you're going to want to type in your recipients list just as normal, which I'm going to send this to a guy called Dan, and his website is OneClip.ai. Come to this video domain section, and as default, it is OneClip.video. But if you click on it, you'll see the domain that you added. Just select it, and that will do the change. So let's see how that looks. All right, so that campaign's gone ahead and generated. And as you can see here, the domain that I've hosted it on has appeared in the campaign details as well. If we open it up right now, you can see this video is a video.danreeves.me. And this took less than 5 minutes to do from start to finish. So that's how easy it is. And you can now white label and brand up every single video that you send out to your prospects.